Welcome to A Course in Business Miracles. This is Heather Dominick, creator of businessmiracles.com and founder and leader of the highly sensitive entrepreneur movement. Join me today for some genuine practical assistance and a business-altering and life-changing experience, a business miracle. This is A Course in Business Miracles, episode 104, Universal Laws, part 1 of 2. Listen in while I share how to use the universal laws of expectation and process to access your highly sensitive strengths so you can take actions that are in alignment with your highly sensitive self. I want to share with you the universal law of expectation. The universal law of expectation has us really looking at literally the power of our expectations, particularly in the way that energy follows thought. We move toward, but not beyond what we can imagine, what we assume, expect, or believe colors and creates our experience. By changing our expectations, we change our experience of every aspect of our life. The law of expectation affirms that everything is a form of energy. Our mind shapes that energy into manifest form and colors the filters through which we see the world. Almost since infancy, we've developed certain sensitivities and expectations. For example, if we expect that people can't be trusted, we will find evidence that supports this belief. If we expect that creating a project needs to be difficult or overwhelming, that is what we will experience. The key to applying the law of expectations is to create new expectations based not on blind faith, but on clear intention. Write that down. This law helps take us beyond our previously assumed limits. Those limits generated by earlier beliefs and expectations that may have been formed literally within the first months of our lives. What we expect tends to appear in our life. So, what do you expect? And under the law of expectations is the act of personal responsibility. Expectations can only be for ourselves, not of others. Now, your ego mind might scream and yell, I have every right to have expectations of others. Yet, in truth, the only person we can ever control is ourselves. Deep breath and let it out. By changing our expectations, we change our experience of every aspect of life. It is this universal law that fuels the Business Miracles creation pathway that determines whether we are in alignment or out of alignment between what it is that we say that we want, what it is that we're willing to do, what it is that our expectations are, and what results are created. Personal responsibility is absolutely the key essence of this universal law, and then therefore the Business Miracles creation pathway. Personal responsibility is our HSE gateway to freedom. Please write that down. Now, for many of us HSEs, we are not used to actually having a sense of personal responsibility because we are more used to being in our HSE shadow of over responsibility. Yet the choice to return to, reconnect with the true deep knowing that the choice is always ours in terms of how we react, how we respond, how we behave, and then therefore what we create. There is a retraining that must occur, and that's everything that A Course in Business Miracles is about. Deep breath in and let it out. Which leads us to the law of process. Write this down. For those of you who have been with me in the Business Miracles community for a year or 2 years or 3 or 4 or 5, or as like Coach Lorna, 10, you have heard me say the process is the goal. Please write that down. When I speak about the process being the goal, I am speaking to the universal law of process. The universal law of process, which states that on the path to our intended creations, if we want to get from point A to point Z, the surest way to get there is to first go to point B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and so on. Skipping a single step, even though it appears to be a shortcut, often results in not only getting off track, but fully missing the mark. Now, it's helpful to remember that the law of process teaches us not only to break a journey into shorter sections, but also to appreciate each step as if it were an end to itself. Please write that down. I'll repeat. The law of process teaches us not only to break a journey into shorter sections, but also to appreciate each step as if it were an end in itself. Every step becomes a small success in itself. That way, we succeed many times, not just when we reach the final intention. Write that down. What we learn on the journey may turn out to be more important than actually reaching the intended destination. For example, if we spend 20 years learning to paint portraits and then all our paintings are destroyed, we've still gained inner qualities on the road to our goal, including an ability to see with different eyes and better appreciate the beauty in every face. And no one can take that away from you. Deep breath and let it out. Every step is a success, and what you've already done is more than what was done before. The process is the goal. Now here's the jiggy. If you can allow this to be okay, the irony is that more is able to be created and more quickly, more frequently. When you are able to embrace that the process is the goal, you become the creator rather than the victim of your business. Write that down. It is only the ego mind that will tell you the continuous story of not enough, because the ego mind knows that the story of not enough is the guaranteed way to keep you where you are. Allowing the law of process to be at work for you is the power of the HSE shadow to strength pathway from overwhelm to victim to creator to the HSE strength of creativity. Deep breath in and let it out.
Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of A Course in Business Miracles. If you're ready to learn how to use your highly sensitive abilities to support you in being purposeful, profitable, and empowered rather than scattered, poor, and undervalued, take my free self-quiz to find out if you are indeed a highly sensitive entrepreneur. And if you are, along with your quiz results, you'll receive my free HSE Success Guide, which will teach you how to have your highly sensitive abilities working for you to create the results you desire in your business. Take the quiz and receive your free success guide now at www.hsequiz.com.